That explains the noise I was hearing. Rainy morning, it seems. And yet I get the distinct feeling that I don't think I was wrong. I'm pretty sure I did feel her enter here somewhere. Yet she's not here nor here. The other presences I felt entering must have been... Ah. So this is where I ended up putting you. I suppose it's a suitable spot. Out of immediate eye of sight, so people aren't inclined to mess with it. Perhaps I'll have to grow a bit of covering for it, just for its own protection. I don't know if they're actually started yet, so I'm gonna just pretend I didn't see them. I'll get a moment. The question is she far or close? Not too far, it would seem. Suppose this is better than last time. Then again, was... There you are.
Hi.
I thought I felt your presence enter here. This isn't usually where I expect to see you coming from.
I panicked and I came here.
Well,
I felt more comfortable in there.
it is a place that is, for some ways, safer. Although I am a little... I'm a little worried that I felt you, and then I couldn't sense you nearby. You did go a bit far in there, from what I could tell. But it was late enough
I
that
didn't really have a place in mind. I just walked.
Fair. You know you are always able to come up there with me. Are you alright though? You said you panicked. Would you like to talk about
Phoenix
it?
is dying.
I see.
He's dying and I can't do anything about it.
There is something you can do, although it is not much. Whatever time there is left, cherish it, make the most of it. Allow them to have the memories that are of them, whatever amount of time they have left. Be ones that they can cherish into the next.
I might have an idea.
Death is painful. I am more than familiar with that feeling. But it is not a reflection upon yourself that you are not able to prevent it in every person that you meet. Sometimes there's just things beyond our ability to deal with.
Yeah.
But the point is that you at least tried to do something. That means a lot to those, even if they've resigned themselves to the outcome already.
I think I know what I can do.
Do you? Is it a surprise?
Yeah.
Or do you think you would need any
More
assistance?
like a request towards him.
Well, let's see if we can find him then.
When people in my village would die, they would take something on their person, like a strand of hair, like a tooth or something, and we'd make jewelry and put it on their gravestone so that they can keep watching from there.
Something tells me they'd probably be okay with that. At least if it was coming from you.
It'd be a bit complicated because he doesn't have hair. The thing I can think of is his horns, but that's why I need to ask his permission.
Does he have scales? I can't remember. That might be a...
He has scales. I could possibly use scales in a horn, but I don't want to take too much if he doesn't feel comfortable.
Of course. Curious where Hadron was going off in that direction. Don't usually see him out here this early.
I don't really know.
Can check briefly. Make our way into the town. It's suppose it was a bit of a rainy morning, so I cleared up though. A shame.
I've been liking the rain.
I don't remember exactly how I felt about it back then. That was many years ago at this point. But I do know for sure that these... I don't know.
Wardens, excuse me. Gotcha.
Where is everybody going towards this? I don't usually see all these people out here.
They're heading towards the beach.
Is there something going on there?
That's where
Did
Phoenix
someone
is having
blow
his
up
wedding.
again? Wedding?
Yes, with Delilah.
I didn't know it was happening.
Mm.
I mean, guess we could attend.
I suppose I can do that. Him and I never exactly got off on a very good foot with each other.
If you don't feel comfortable, I'm not gonna make you.
There is a mild concern of what the gesture might look like, but the man is dying. I can put my own feelings aside for a day.
Of all the things that he tells me to wear, I have to wear my armor.
Hi, Anna.
Hello.
There's a good changing cave right over there.
If you really want.
Changing cave.
I'd probably make your way towards the front. Be easy to see.
Okay.
I'll be nearby. Don't worry.
Alright.
Thank you, Sean. We all love you.
Same brain cell. There.
When does it start?
Yeah.
Looking spiffy as ever.
Thank you.
Very green.
That's fortuitous.
Yeah, no, of course. Gotta stay lush. So if I really want to put my armor on, I'd get the other guy out, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
Don't really
everyone,
want to miss this, though.
please take your positions. The ceremony
What are
should
you
be starting
here?
shortly.
Wait, what positions?
Positions.
I don't know about positions.
Wherever you're comfortable, it's fine. Oh, they can range us.
Sit, John. You're fine.
Want us in specific spots, it's fine.
Okay.
I guess it depends.
Alright, position. Getting out now.
Well, this is your day.
Oh, start.
Would you like to do stand with each other?
There we go.
Would you have a procession up to you?
You're right,
Very well.
Please switch me positions. You're ever so tall.
That's my height.
Feel like we need an apple crate.
Your height has never bothered me. Not in the slightest.
Or two.
I suppose I
Oh,
should
poo.
probably sit given the violins.
Indeed. You are so
Righto.
Thank you, everyone. Friends, comrades, family, brothers and sisters in arms. For coming to this symbol of eternal bond and commitment. Today, we are here to commemorate and honor the union of these two individuals, Phoenix and Delilah. I was not really prepared for doing something like this. It's such a great honor to truly preside and officiate this scene for you two. Seeing both of your growth has been the greatest pleasure I could ever imagine. Never imagined we'd become this way, Phoenix. When we started, I'd still have that scar on my face if I still had my own body. But despite all that, you have continually grown and shown that you are more than just that. A man truly with much compassion and love, equal to your mass and strength. It has been my greatest pleasure to see you grow, my friend. Likewise. I can't think of anyone else that probably can match you as far as passion and fury and stubbornness despite ironic stature. It's Delilah. The amount of bravery and courage and support that you have shown and given him is a testament to how much you care for him, how much you stood by from thick and thin. And no matter what, your love was always proven. And seeing both of your journeys has been absolute pleasure. Now you take on them. Now we go further, solidifying this dedication of faith, solidarity, and love. With this bond of eternal matrimony. Next, if you wish, present the vows for both each other. Phoenix?
My story has been told many a times to people here of this town. My beginnings, the possible fortune and misfortune I may bring. There was a time where I was not sure if I could understand any other emotions than rage, fear, and sorrow. But it's because of this place, because of you and your heart, that you have taught me otherwise. You have shown me love. You have shown me affection. You have shown me dedication and devotion. And above all, you have shown loyalty. To me. To us. And for that I will never, never forget. I came into this world afraid and alone. but I am happy to understand that I will leave this place with joy and love. And I am glad I get to do so by your side. Thank you, my love.
Vale.
I don't think I'd be the same person without you. In fact, I know it. Meeting you changed me in a way that I could have never foreseen. Loving you has changed me. Has changed what I thought could be possible, what I could accept about the world or myself. When I first met you, I offered to become your teacher, but it is you who has taught me what it means to be someone's, to be counted, to feel. You've given me the world. You are the light in the darkness, and you will always be such. And you are the reason I can take this color off. Finally. My promise to you is I will never wear one again. And my heart will stay with you forever, wherever you are. It will follow you.
Well said, both of you. With the exchange of vows said, Phoenix, do you accept Delilah as your mate to love, care for, and support from this day onward?
I do.
Delilah, do you accept Phoenix as your husband to love, care for, and cherish from this day onward?
I do.
Very well. I assume both of you have prepared items to exchange as symbols of your bond and dedication to each other.
Of course.
Please present them.
Step forward.
My God.
You already have the pen that I crafted so long ago. This ring. You will wear this ring and never take it off. This ring is a symbol of me, always watching over you. Will you take it?
Of course. Yes.
These cuffs. When the time is right, place them on my horse. They'll link together, a symbol of our marriage.
with the exchange of vows and symbols of your bond and commitment. I, Eva Ashville, co-captain of the Leefside Municipal Guard, with the authority of the Dryad Empire, announce my esteemed pleasure and privilege to officially announce Phoenix and Delilah officially bonded in matrimony. And we both kiss your feet.
Yeah, baby, let's go! Let's go there! Hell yeah, Phoenix! Yes, sir! I love having Phoenix.
Congratulations.
No, it's adorable.
From the fires.
We'll give him just a big friend. We'll give him a moment. We'll give him a moment.
Yeah, I give on that. I would have it no other way.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Phoenix.
Congratulations, you two. Congratulations.
Thank you. All
Man, that went away.
It means more than you could ever know.
Pretty big. That's the plan.
From this point forward, we will make our way to the tavern for beverages and food. And I hope that I can spend good quality time with all of you until night has fallen.
Of course, you tall bastard. We're all here for you.
So I said, Chum, is there gonna be food? There will be lots of food.
Yes, there'll be plenty of food, chum. Plenty of food and beer to go around.
Oh, I'm so excited. You are all dismissed. Thank you.
It's the longest I've stood for a wedding.
We're good to go. We're good to stand up, leave, talk to them, whatever you want to do.
Sounds my first wedding.
Oh, really? I understood every third word of that entire thing.
Oh, yeah.
You
Well,
were here,
first
chum, and that is
invited
good enough,
wedding.
my friend. That is
I
good
think.
enough.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Only a small difference there, you know. This is a tiny one. You know, the experience is very different, though. It's very, you know.
Yeah.
What a flip, you know.
You're not being chased out and all that, yeah.
I'll just say.
You are a wedding press.
We don't need to see all that. Holy shit. Congratulations. Go ahead, buddy. Hello, Crash. I
decided I wasn't going to at first as well. At the time, I was
It's such a pain to pull.
I shower every day. I bathe and clean. I am not stinky. It's just you don't like the things from the skin. That's fine. Personal preference. Some people do. Okay, that's fine. I'll try to get this fixed in the time, but you've given me a goal. So this is
Probably out of time. It's raining again.
I've been invited. It could be in bad taste.
It has some last touches, but me and Frey are going to handle that. I don't want to take it into combat. I don't want to use it unless urgent.
I want to make sure something that's crafted from you.
I might head back to the base for a race.
Yeah. It's
Reminded us of our own wandering, I suppose.
Barely do it for female. Female persuasion.
Oh.
I think it's myself. Okay, I don't actually do that, but I'm.
There will be more.
Tried all we could.
I appreciate the
And
We will live
yes.
until an end that he loves.
babes for dudes.
One that he can be happy with.
There's no way the old crow doesn't show. And when he does, we'll give him the fight he wants.
And it's a problem. You don't see them. And it's a
I hope he burns bright.
It's fine.
You guys are gonna go find something.
This armor looks on you.
One last hurrah for Phoenix.
He wouldn't want to go down any other way, I imagine.
When you see it on the person, there's always a worry of
Warrior's death is his choice.
you make it work.
Sounds about
Every time I
right.
see it.
Thank you.
It's weird as I've actually crafted a good
You have a medic going
Yeah.
with
fucking down.
you. I think Delilah's going as the medic.
I made that.
She is.
I made that.
But thank you for the offer.
I'll check with her then.
If I may ask politely, we will do our best to stay safe, but this is no small foe we'll be fighting. You can keep medical ready for when we return. Just be safe.
I'll make sure of that.
Found it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Snowbell.
Who made your armor?
Of course.
Not that we wish to be ready for. Yes, that is.
My friend, if you could do me a kindness, the next chance you get,
That will
I'll
happen.
never find this for you.
One of these days,
plenty to
we'll
come
have
back to.
Take a proper break. You know that, right?
That's a good point, actually.
I agree with that.
Me? A break?
Yes.
I suppose.
Preferably before you start losing more parts of you.
You are. I'm going to 100%.
I take your meaning.
I am much in agreement. You should stop doing that.
Go back to the tavern.
Oh, don't worry. Go ahead. I'll meet you in the tavern.
I, at the very least, will be potentially getting some of this back. Well, soon.
What crazy hairball screams do you have for this one?
I am.
Firearm.
A firearm and a literal
Now, are you going with the literal definition or are you going with the pun definition? I need to know.
Listen, if they're making it out of a prosthetic and you can put a gun in it and you can just drop your wrist and gunfire,
Okay, well, see,
that
there
could be
was.
pretty effective, no?
It was either that or the pun definition of your arm made of fire.
Literally made of fire, yes. Not really in my wheelhouse with my affinities, but
don't give him that. Don't give him that fucking easy. You know
no, that
he
is
wanted
not.
it for the
That's
fun.
not a bad idea, actually. Shadow flames or earth and flame. I could manage it before with my affinities.
I mean, if you do,
I have been researching magic.
I mean, if you did go down that route, I would have to keep a wide distance away from that side of your body, though, because I don't like fire.
I'll watch over him out for you.
I know. No, I get the feeling it will be more of the mechanical
parts
one.
too, and keep an eye on that one.
Keep an eye on
I'll
me.
try.
I didn't lose the eye.
So. Oh my goodness, you lost a hand. He's
All right, fair enough.
You were even. You lost an eye. Like you lost a hand. I lost an eye. All right.
Kael, Tyrion, Nagios, Captain Eva Asfel.
Wow, you got full names and titles.
Ganonda.
I can't believe they government named you.
You have a long name.
It's Kyle.
I Furira.
I'm an enchanter. It says that
Furira.
you have
What's the word for marriage, I wonder? Bonding.
Phoenix Delilah.
So I want to genuinely think.
I Furira.
Oh, marriage is Furira. Or a bond or something of that. Hello, Lily.
I was wondering how long it would take
And
for you to
if
know
you
that
need
she
to
was
go.
standing there right behind you for like at least 8 minutes.
Oh, right, food. Yes. We're going to the tavern actually, and I think they're going to have food there. Oh.
Yeah, she's been up there
Yes.
for a while.
I'll make sure she gets food as well.
I'm so used to
Oh.
thanking people.
Really?
You don't need to thank me. It's like, God, let me thank you.
A little pouch of berries.
Oh, truly. Considering I have 4
Don't say.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Why do you have full hearts? Oh no, the number keeps on increasing every time I have a surgery.
That's terrifying.
I'll be careful. And if it helps at all, I'm gonna be. Oh! Yeah, no, you have to tell her to slow down. Otherwise, she'll eat it all in one go.
I looked away for 2 seconds and they're already gone.
Yeah, I know.
Daja.
Inhaled. I actually plan on opening a shop in town.
It's been claimed.
You doing the shopkeeper life. That
I
sounds,
know, crazy,
That sounds woefully considerably lacking in excitement compared to your usual haunts.
Elisande, we both know that he can't stay idle, but at least it keeps him parked for a little bit.
It'll keep me accountable, it'll help the town,
It's a
and
start.
It's a start. Not to mention, well, I have a couple of other jobs lined up for myself.
So much for taking a
Of the
break.
more exciting variety. Later. I'm gonna give myself at least a couple of weeks to settle in.
You better.
This is not a small migraine.
I will.
This is much larger.
And how about yourself? Everything alright with the Vale trip? I heard about the, aftermath.
Back in business. Yes, I would be down to go to the weapon hunt.
Well,
said
before
yes.
I say what I think it is, what are you referring to when you say aftermath?
I love things.
The thing wearing my face.
Ah,
Sorry.
yes. No, you're fine. I mean, it's not your fault that you bled all over the place and they drank it up.
Yes, I would be willing to go on a
I will try to do less bleeding.
Yes, well, actually, yes. How dare you bleed? If someone hurts you, you're supposed to just immediately just close the wound right up. Tell them no. They can't
I don't
legally
know
hurt
if that's
you.
a case.
You have to tell them no. No means no. They cannot do things without your proper consent.
Exactly. They can't.
You cannot exsanguinate me without my permission.
Exactly.
I can't believe it.
You need to.
Somebody stabs you without your permission.
You need to assert yourself more, Tyrion.
Oh, okay, alright, fair enough. I suppose I will...
But, yes, that's one in particular... I have my questions about them because they don't really exactly fit the general, how do I say...
Well, I did want to make
nature
an offer
of most of the other spirits there in the Vale, but they are one of theirs, so...
And
they belong, I just don't exactly know for what reason, because they're the only one among them that was not earth in nature.
What was he then?
Well, that would definitely
If I had to take a guess based off when he took your guys off, I would probably guess dark just by the smoke billowing off of him.
Gains for the home, it's already pretty much
thought
paid
dark-
off, so if you'd like.
Have we ever seen a dark line spirit in the Vale?
And I wouldn't mind having someone else in the home,
recently.
of course.
Although I suppose Cece, I believe, at least
Hmm.
their
She was
spirit.
dark.
They're
Never
not.
mind.
They're not a they're not a Vale spirit, but they are at least recognized.
Understood.
Maybe it's the same situation.
In a similar way to myself, although I'm not a spirit, so I can't exactly relate myself to it.
Okay. Definitely sounds interesting.
Either way,
I haven't considered that.
their nature has me a bit.
You're willing to do as you wish.
Well, I was a little concerned with it, but they seemed more apt to live up to their name and just
if you'd
poke
the house is right there.
fun a little bit rather than actually hurt anybody. So long as they stay in that direction, I'm not going to give them any issue. But if they do, I am going to have to make a problem out of it with them.
I imagine you will.
Make sure that people are aware that he'll try to goad people at the very least. Hopefully people can at least restrain themselves.
Yes, they...
I'll keep my cool if I ever run into them.
They get a rise out of poking at sore spots, it seems. Although it was fairly easy to tell that it wasn't you, simply because they had both their hands.
Oh, ha 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 ha.
And they didn't have as much defining features on their face.
Why? Wait, hold on. How did he look?
They looked like you when you honestly first arrived here, but with a little bit.
Back after the fall.
Oh, that lines up with what Nike said. Okay, yeah.
Yes. At first I thought it was you from the distance, but there was a distinct feeling of I can usually tell about how many presences around me are quote-unquote not supposed to belong, and the count that I had did not line up with the amount of people I was seeing.
I believe less than...
And that was the first clue.
Was an imposter.
And then when they turned around and, well, got down from their perch, that's when I saw that. I was like, ah, I see what's going on. Because it was either that or you ran really fast. And I would have been impressed.
I'm fast, but I know if I'm that fast.
Well, also have to be a little bit careful since Jasmine gave them full permission to come in and out as they please, so we have to be careful.
This will be a day.
I went over the wording. It might be a situation of only one more visit. It's hard to tell, though. I don't know how these things work.
I will say their disposition towards the town has greatly improved as a result of what we did on their behalf last time we were there. They are... A number of the most elder of the spirits were in attendance of that meeting, mostly unseen, but a few showed their face directly to people that do not belong within the Vale normally. I can assure you, as someone who's lived there for a long while, that is unheard of, given their usual opinions.
By that same metric, then, whoever this trickster is.
Trickster still does answer, it seems, to General Anton. He did cut his shit out, basically, when Anton told him to cool it. That was about when he actually changed back to his form, so he at least recognizes hierarchy.
I'm well aware.
That's good, at least.
Recognizes, who knows if he respects it, but small blessings, I guess.
I can figure that bit out on my own if I need to, seeing as I now live by the, well, marker of that agreement between them two.
Let us know if anything comes of it,
Well, as far as I'm aware, unless they changed any details of the agreement, that markers to indicate that that point is the true boundary of the Vale. It will not extend any further beyond that.
That is your turn next.
So long as
I certainly hope so.
the mutual respect is maintained in both directions.
Of course. I'll be right behind you.
I don't know if I can be near him.
Actually, shall we?
Yes.
Yes, let's.
But given what that blade is, I'm probably going to have to do a little bit to try to protect it, because I am surprised that they gave something like that to be put so close to, well, civilization.
We'll deal with it, I suppose. Right?
You know what it is,
One
right?
day at a time.
Did they say what that sword is?
No, not at all.
That sword is a fragment of the Earthgate.
I am happy for you both. Even as bittersweet as it is.
Okay, it's a bit of a shocker.
One of the only remaining pieces of the Great Forest before its burning, before it became the Vale. It's one of the few untouched elements of it that never changed. And it is now currently planted right next to where I normally make my home. So I am taking on the responsibility of keeping an eye on it, because so help me, if anybody messes with that, they do not realize the level of trouble they will be in from powers far worse than me.
I'll make sure and keep that a note of that as well on our end.
It is
just so the guard are aware.
It is not immediately visible from outside the Vale. You need to be within it to actually see the location, but I do intend to try to give it at least a bit more protection of some sort. I do not know how yet, but I will work on that.
Well, we'll work on make sure that is probably protected together, then if that's the case.
Yes. Ultimately, though, it may prove useful as a potential strengthening of a means to be able to more directly interact with those who are privy to the bond between the Vale and Leefside now, which may be a good thing in the future, assuming they are people still act in a manner that allows them to maintain a cordial relationship. I stayed out of it when they were at that meeting. I allowed Haddern to speak primarily on his own, and the others to confer amongst themselves. If anything, I was more there as a witness to both sides, as one who lives on both sides of the divide. I didn't want my bias to affect their decision, and I wanted them to say it themselves that they knew that they believed in it.
Well, I'm hoping that it'll be positive overall, and we'll continue forward in a positive and amendable relationship.
That is the hope. Ultimately, it is... I just hope that they find reason to cease what effectively was a never-ending conflict with each other. It's not good for anybody.
Well, I have faith in Haddern and the people, at least I know he's trying really hard to make sure this works.
The main key that will define whether or not they are different than those who have tried before is whether they can actually follow through. Haddon's not the first to have tried this. That much was said to us, but those who tried before would say what they wanted, but then when it came time to upholding their own vows made in the deals of mutual respect and protection of each other, they would falter. So
One thing I can confidently say about Haddon. Excuse me. One thing I can confidently say about Haddon is he's as stubborn as a bull.
Oh, I know.
And he sticks to his word.
Regardless, my role in this now is effectively ensuring both sides remain accountable to their own deal. Both Leefside as well as the Council of the Vale. If either side backs off of what they agreed to, I will make sure that they know.
Good job, well done. Nice officiating. Very official. And the 80.
Thank you. You're going to be fighting a wyvern.
Because this man is afraid of water, so and like 90% of the nice-looking places here are surrounded by water.
I can stomach my fear for a couple of minutes.
We're at the cliffside. Give us enough planning and we'll set something up for you. Why are you holding my hand?
Where are you from?
Why would we arrest your chum?
He broke a chair.
I want cake in my hand. Is that what you want to hear?
I mean, that's something you gotta talk with Elisande as far as that. That's not gonna be my jurisdiction. Many pneumatic.
Touch the cake and I'll kill you. Anyone that's allowed to touch it is two people and primarily me.
After they touch it, then you'll go feral. Yeah.
I don't think she will be getting to it first.
I don't know.
Graduated.
Well, I don't really want to be a part of that. I mean, I would love to have something, you know, just some action around here because people always chase me out of these shoes. And why would I come? They're gonna let me behind and then we're just... Oh yeah? I can prove it to you. I can prove it to you. I could come too. I could come too.
No, I still do owe that favor. None of mine. Stay home. Stay put.
What is she going on?
I can't take care of two things at once.
We will be hunting a wyvern soonish.
Oh.
A wyvern is like a big phoenix. The little wings.
Have fun with that, I suppose.
Cannot protect myself even though people keep on training.
I'm also gonna take this on.
Now I'm excited. Now I want to do it. I want to get it done.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, Elisande.
Hello.
Hello.
I guess you missed
How are you?
the wedding.
Fuck.
They're effectively having, I guess, I suppose the best way to describe it is an after party in the tavern. There's food and drink and all that such.
I see. Alright.
I attended briefly, but yes, they had it fairly early. There was a brief lull in the rain. It was actually rather nice of the weather to at least let them kiss without...
There's a cat around.
I am sad that I missed it. I was really hoping to be there for that.
And apparently there's going to be a wyvern hunt here later. I don't know when I'm going to find. Yeah.
Another one? Oh, wait, no, we did technically find another one when we were out hunting several days ago. I remember that.
Probably.
Oh, we didn't see it, but we just felt it. Like, we felt it.
We saw the shadow.
Going back. Yeah, we saw the shadow.
Yes. By the way, and just to preface this before I ask, I'm not mad or bothered or anything of the sort. I just want to make sure that I'm hearing it correctly so I know what people are talking about. After we came back from the Vale, I'm being told that there was, I guess, an agreement to allow them to come visit more often. What exactly did they mean by that? Or, like, I guess, what was your interpretation of it? I don't care. I'm fine with it. I just want to make it known.
I know you would be.
Well, I mean...
First and foremost, who's saying this? Because this is going around and I'm trying to nip this in the bud. And apparently people aren't listening to me. So I'd like to figure out what is actually going on with this.
It was told to me... I heard this initially from Eva when I was asking... when she was asking me about, Trickster. And if I had any, I guess, awareness of them, and I pointed out the fact that out of all these spirits I have met, or at least felt within the Vale, they are the only one that I've ever really met that doesn't fit the general, I guess, normal nature of them. Pretty much every spirit there is Earth. He's the only exception I have ever met. Second being technically CC, but they're not a spirit of the Vale, they're just kind of like me in that sense.
Yeah, that's what I gathered from her and from what she told me as well.
And they are... it seems that I guess that worry is mostly in regards to him and the fact that they seem, well, outside the normal structure of it, even though, as far as I can tell, they still respond to authority to some degree. At least when Anton told them to cut his shit out.
You know, it would be really appreciated, and this is not lovey to you, Elisande. This is lovey to other people. It would be really nice if people would actually come to me and talk to me about things like this.
That's why I am asking, because I want to know, one, accuracy, and two, what your own interpretation of whatever it is that is being misrepresented is.
So, a few days prior, during the Harvest Festival.
After we came
during
back,
the evening time.
I'm guessing.
I had no idea people went into the Vale, to be quite honest, not until the following day. Which would have been yesterday. So, Harvest night comes. Bonfire is lit over in the corner. I am sitting after watching the colorful display over the bay with Sylvie. And the two of us are relaxing together, and I get approached by... Was it Dusan? I believe it was Dusan at that point, correct?
Maybe. Yeah,
it was either Dusan or Kelton. I don't remember which one it was, Kelton. But one of them came up to me and said that there were two spirits in town that had come to visit.
Yes, and that much just to make sure, in case it wasn't known, they were invited to come partake in the festival. Not by me, but by Haddern, actually.
That's what I found out. I thought it was Snowbell, but also it makes sense that Haddern was part of that too. Regardless, I'm told two spirits have come into town. I figured that they were drawn by the bonfire, and so I go to greet them, as I would do. normally.
Mm-hmm.
And they approached from the far side over there, and one being Evergreen, who I know is not a spirit, and then one who was wearing Tyrion's face, Trickster, and I immediately caught that it was a spirit because I could see the energy.
Well, I mean, the other one would have been the fact that unless he adjusted his appearance based off of my criticisms of his inaccuracies. He had both of his hands still. That was the first giveaway.
True. Also, he was a much younger Tyrion when he first arrived in town.
Based on the description I got as to the why of that is based off the appearance of when, well, the amount of blood that Tyrion spilled in the Vale, that was the general form that he had at the time.
Yes, when he lost his hand.
Yes.
But I approach the two, I greet them cordially, have a pleasant little talk with them, asking them, why they're, greeting them and welcoming them into the town and such like that, as I normally would do to any spirit. Off to the side is a group of individuals all around us, and during such conversation, Skylar walks up, sees Evergreen. The two of them start to converse. Trickster, of course, providing the translation as Evergreen doesn't speak, due to a vow of silence. During which, certain individuals started making aggressive moves, or at least threatening aggressive moves towards Trickster, specifically. Which, understandable, given the appearance that he had. At one point, he simply states, and I believe it was also in agreement with Evergreen, that they would like to go and speak in a more private, or at least out of the way of everyone, as it had been gathering quite a crowd, at least 15 individuals surrounding them.
It was making Evergreen uncomfortable.
Yes. I had offered to bring them over
Given who they are,
to a...
it makes no surprise to me that would be the case.
Yeah. I offered to, if possible, I was about to offer my house as a place of privacy, but they elected to come down here towards the dock. So that is what we did. And Skylar, Evergreen, and Trickster had a conversation privately off to the side together, as the two unicorns wanted to talk with each other. At one point, before we came over here, Trickster had made mention that he would be interested in coming back. I was not the first to respond to this. Snowball pretty much made an agreement of yes. Not necessarily yes in terms of agreeing, but more so she was happy of the fact that the two could come, she would be happy to see the two again come back into town. I had then followed up with, it would be nice. Potentially nice to see them come
you feel a sharp pain in your tail. As you're sitting, it appears to be bearing most of the weight of you as you're sitting. And something like a muscle just twinges.
You know she's sitting on air, right?
Oh, well, her tail is lying down on the side.
You okay?
Muscle cramp.
Yeah.
I would hate to feel that in a tail.
Ow.
As Elisande says that, you feel your tail begin to curl up and around itself in a muscle spasm.
Oh, you okay? Not particularly, no.
Jasmine. Would you like to maybe join me over here?
On the bench.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yet another reason why I'm glad I don't have a tail. Instead, I have roots that get stuck in literally anything. The one downside when it rains, the ground becomes soft, and I get stuck in the ground a lot more easy.
Oh.
Understandable.
Yes. It was a lot worse early on for me because I still was used to stepping down harder because I had hooves. And so I keep just... Yes, my legs were originally hooves. Dryads normally have hooves.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't typically grow like this. This was the most drastic part of change to me aside from my head. The horns curled back and basically became a tree branch.
Oh. Okay.
It's weird to be able to speak about it so clearly now. I mean, I didn't used to remember it, but I digress. So, Snowbell said, yes, they would like to see them again. You effectively concurred.
Basically, yes. Now, jumping back to when we were over here, after the three had finished their discussion, Trickster approached and, thanked us for letting them have that talk, and reiterated the fact that was that offer still something that would be for them to come back to visit, something that they would be able to do. And to note, he said this rather specifically. If we were to come back to visit, how would we do so? Would you contact us through by the Vale? Would you summon us? Or would you like for us to come back of our own accord? Now, I know older spirits pretty well. They usually mean what they say, and they say what they mean. And in some cases, they mean that quite literally.
Yes.
And, so...
Especially
given
for one
our
whose name is indicative of their nature.
Indeed.
Yep.
And given what our position is with the Vale, I wasn't wanting to limit one such option. Given the fact that at any given point, sides could change, something could happen, I would agree. I gave the response of whichever is the easiest in the moment for both sides. Because if the Vale, we cannot go to the Vale to contact them, because the Vale is upset at us. Yes, there are individuals like yourself who could safely guide us through the Vale, but that doesn't mean that the Vale wouldn't necessarily fight back, as it were.
And reject those.
Summoning. Exactly. Second, summoning is not necessarily a smart thing to do. It is resource intensive and takes a lot of preparation to do in the first place, and is not necessarily the safest option.
Plus, we
Third
can't
option.
summon Evergreen.
Correct, because Evergreen is not a spirit.
Right.
The third option was letting them come back of their own accord. Yes, it could be worthwhile, but again, depending on how sides are in terms of their willingness and openness,
yes,
it could pose a problem. So I said that whichever in the moment was work for both sides. And my interpretation of this and how he worded things and how I responded, it would be only for those two to come back, and only to visit. And by definition, for one more visit, by agreeing to do that.
Yes, I can see how a lot of that gets lost in translation by those who are prone to overthinking literally everything.
Especially if someone doesn't come up and ask and just tells other people, and then it gets worse and worse.
From what I've been hearing, it has been getting worse and worse. And...
Yes, well, I mean, it just made it to my ears as I have not exactly returned to town since the Vale trip, mostly because I want to make sure that the implanting of the fragment went smoothly.
I didn't even know that there was a Vale trip. I didn't know about that until the following day. And even then, following day, which was yesterday, I get approached by Evie, basically saying that my presence was going to be requested by the council. When I asked about what, she gave me a vague answer of something to do with whatever you agreed with last night. Which barely gives me anything, but I kinda gathered the fact that it was in regards to this
Given
quote-unquote
the fact
agreement,
that
trickster.
the majority of the people here seem to be very... have their pants in a knot whenever it comes to spirits of any kind. Which is...
Believe me, I'm aware.
incredibly hypocritical of them, given that they seem to change their opinion on spirits as easily as they change clothes.
Agreed. Agreed. Not only that, I was asked to, and I told Evie I'll be around in the middle of town until you recall upon me. She said that Gabi would be the one to come out and get me. I waited approximately 45 minutes to almost an hour, and no one came to get me. In fact, later on, when I was sitting on top of the roof of the blacksmith with Sylvie, it was only then that I noticed all the council members, or those who I know are the council members, were out and about into the square. Assumingly, of course, I assumed that the council meeting was over, and I got very confused. I'm then approached by Haddern, who asks to speak to me about what transpired the night before, and basically told me that anything regarding the Vale or Vale spirits of any kind of nature, it has to go through him now. And when I tried to explain what had happened the night prior, I was basically ignored and talked down to. And I tried explaining exactly why my reasonings were, and they wouldn't listen. In fact, even Snowball wouldn't listen to me. It seemed that their mind was already made up that I had done something egregiously terrible.
Echo chambers. A classic.
Exactly.
But more importantly...
Yes.
I understand that Haddon was the one to initially be the representative of the deal that he made, but I do hope he is aware that he does not have unilateral decision-making on that front, and should still refer to people that know more about things than he does.
Yes, and the way that he said it, it was like as if the fact of denying all spirits access into the town. And there's no way to do that. You can't bar spirits from entering a town. Even the Vale spirits, should they wish to leave the Vale, can freely come and visit as they so choose. We cannot stop that. To a point, I should say. You would know better than I would on that.
By any ethical means.
Exactly. To which I then learned about the fragment, which is very curious indeed, and basically got told that it basically got hinted upon me that I'm going to be having another conversation down the line. Whether that's going to be today or not, I don't think it will. I don't know. But at some point it seemed like I'm going to get another talking to. And quite frankly, that whole conversation left me very irritated.
I mean, I think the better way is talking at. Just hearing.
Yes. Because, and as I told him, I have spent and dedicated over 90% of my life to spirits. I know spirits very, very well. Am I still learning? 100%. In fact, I always want to learn from spirits. I want to meet them. I want to understand them. Because each one is unique and different and provides different things. When I hear people of this town going around and dabbling in things that they shouldn't be, or things that they don't have the necessarily knowledge and the know-how to do so, and not coming to me when I have constantly stated I am willing to offer my help and advice on spirit matters, and they don't do this, it makes me very frustrated, to say the least.
Welcome to my life and everything most people were doing with the Vale. Until they basically had their arms twisted by things that they needed.
Indeed. I don't think you were around for this one. But a few days ago, before the festival, were you aware that a greater dark spirit was summoned into the town?
Loosely.
By a ritual that had no means of ever succeeding, and yet it did. And we are very, very fortunate and very lucky that that spirit that was summoned was very neutral and benign. If that had been an aggressive spirit, this town probably wouldn't be standing here today. And I was in no position to try and fight back.
Yes, this town is the epitome of fucking around and finding out on a number of things.
Yes.
Pretty much.
And it's getting to the point of, if they're going to blatantly ignore one of two individuals in this town who are exceedingly knowledgeable on spirits, and at this point, I'm almost at the point where I'm just going to say I'm going to let them do so. And let them suffer the consequences. I don't want to be spiteful, Elisande. I really don't.
I would.
I mean, I will...
I know you would.
I will give you the advice as one who has gotten this treatment in a similar field of expertise. They're not going to learn until they fuck up in a way that proves to them that they need to stop doing the things that are causing them this kind of grief, when there are people that have given them countless warnings, countless offers to do it the right way, and yet they still persist.
Yes.
Don't hold their hand anymore. If they're not going to... If they're going to keep doing things their own way, well, this town seems to be all about doing things their own way. It's not...
I think I'm going to get about that point.
It's not at that point. If they're going to blatantly disregard it and even scorn your efforts to do things the right way, you are under no obligation to give your time and knowledge to them freely. Put that effort into people that respect it and respect you.
Which, one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to the other caretaker in town. Don't think you've met them yet. Their name is Azrael. They live over in the tower, taking care of the graveyard.
Someone finally lives
They
there.
are... Yes.
They're quite interesting.
She has a very, very unique set of teachings. Very similar to mine, but very unique from her culture.
But,
But
like I said, the only reason
it might be something that interests you.
The only reason why I gave the people who went in the time of day for the Vale meeting is that they made it very clear what their intent was, and that they actually, finally, have understood what it was that I've been trying to tell them since the beginning. And at that point, it was also, I went in with I told them I am there to observe, and if they fuck up, I'm not going to bail them out. And they actually succeeded, which, and in a way that got them something that I did not ever think they would ever hand to, well, mortal hands, let
Anyone
alone,
outside the Vale?
let alone something that significant.
Yes. To go back to that, by the way, I did say that they never told me about this meeting. And yet they seem to put it, word it as, you should have known that something, and you should have asked questions as to why they were here. How can I ask a question like that if I don't understand and not be told ahead of time? And Hattern was right there at that when they came into town, right beside me. Never came up to me and told me why they were there. Never once. I was never approached once that entire night. So.
Well, of course, the spirit expert is supposed to know every dealing with every spirit that's ever happened, regardless of whether or not they were present there. Just like I'm supposed to know the actions and disposition of every single spirit of the Vale, and the long list of every reason that they hold a grudge against every single bit of humanity outside of it.
Yeah, why didn't you know about my deal with Sylvie, huh?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Regardless, I'm going to go and talk to Azrael and potentially see about setting up some kind of hidden sanctuary within the town. There's a lot of the spirits that live here who are feeling unsafe.
As they rightfully should.
Yes, and I'm going to see about potentially finding some place where we can create a sanctuary for them. A place hidden away. And if you're interested, well,
as one who's
I'd be happy to have you a part of that.
Main source of friends and belonging is in service to spirits. I would very much like to feel that those that I dedicate myself to are not going to be scorned simply for existing.
Alright. I'd be happy to have you help then. As a side note, too.
If you ever...
go ahead.
I imagine, simply because of what it is, that the ability for non-residents of the Vale to potentially commune with those of the higher authorities within there may have been greatly amplified by the presence of the Shard of the Gate. So should you ever wish to do that on your own time, without, well, regardless of what, the gatekeeper, as I'm now going to call him, says, I have every right to go around him, as I am an emissary. And if he disagrees with that, I will remind him that it was, in a sense, my own blessing that gave them that opportunity to even speak with them in the first place. Because if I had spoken ill words about them, I could have had them all killed.
Indeed. And yes, I would greatly appreciate that, Elisande. And of course, I'm going to be keeping this as low profile as I can.
Of course. The whole point of a sanctuary is for it to be mostly known to those who will keep it as such.
Yes. Hattern was wanting to actually build one around the shard, and I'm just like, no, that's a terrible idea.
I can handle
Wants
that
to build a
because once
myself.
I'm aware.
I would much rather that it be done by one who is versed in, well, the place that it is. I appreciate his efforts, but there is... Just because he has made a deal does not make him belong there. And I hope he realizes that. If he starts to speak as if he has authority and representation of the Vale, I will make it clear to him that he has no such. He is representing the people that he is associated with, not mine.
I'll keep my ears open too for that for you, at the very least.
Please. While I respect him for making the effort to try, I will not entertain him proclaiming to now speak for both sides.
Yeah. Well, one final piece of information to pass over to you at the very least. Remember how they were getting gung-ho about trying to kill Gallo, the superior dark spirit?
Yes, are they still going on about that?
Oh, Haddern mentioned that the fact that that they're looking to try and find a way of killing both Gallo and Deva. See, here's the funny thing.
Are they...
I've gotten
Are they challenged in the
mad?
mind?
Yes, I feel like they are.
I would say
See,
other
here's the
words,
thing.
but they'd be
Humble
unkind in a spiritual sense
Yes.
and literal.
So, I have been given definitive proof, or at least proof in terms of word of mouth of one who was there to witness it, of what happened several millennia ago. Superior spirits are so interwoven into the world that removing a superior spirit would cause irreparable harm to our world. Up until the point of destruction of everything, all races, all life. Gallo is one such spirit. Yes, he is not necessarily what we would define as a good spirit. He's quite far from that, but he is still doing what a spirit does, making contracts and growing in power. Same as sorts with Deva. Except Deva's situation is a little bit more precarious. Let's put it that way. Either one of these spirits being killed would essentially spell destruction for our world. That is how
cause the force that they represent to become completely and irreparably shattered and lacking in control.
Pretty much.
That is essentially what happened in a way. One could say that the Vale, the great forest being burned, is representation of what happens when people, wittingly or not, attempt to try to destroy the domain or the very essence of a superior spirit. And how much
hello, Snowball.
irreparable
Hi, Snowball.
harm that is
You okay?
almost permanent.
This would very much be permanent.
Yes. So, unless they would like to make the equivalent of the Vale across the entire world, I hope they would consider, let alone the fact that they should not be so eager to throw their lives away, because last I checked, when they tried to even deal with a superior spirit, even with preparation, it single-handedly wiped the floor with all of them, and the only reason why they all have their lives still is because the spell keeping them summoned here ran out of energy and desummoned them. Do I have that right?
Something along those lines. I believe it was... He gave them 5 minutes. And then he left.
My point being, they are... The only way they would have the right resources to be able to pull something off like that would be to entreat with other superior spirits, and I would hope that they would be smart enough to know that trying to do this would be folly.
Yeah. And from at least from what I saw and witnessed when Gallo fled, he was pretty decently injured. He lost a lot of energy fighting them. But, again, there's the concern. Should they kill him?
They are...
What happens to the world?
People here are incredibly short-sighted and they don't think about their
Oh, hi,
actions
Toto.
until after the consequences come knocking at their door.
Hello.
How does it surprise
Hi,
you?
Cattail.
Would you like up here?
How are you faring, dear?
No.
I know.
But yes.
It's the water coming out of the sky?
It's raining.
Raining. Anyways, I appreciate the talk at the very least, Elisande.
I'm glad.
I didn't expect you to be around here.
I'm gonna try and find Phoenix.
Easier. The most sometimes happens is that people get numb to it, but that's not
You
the
looking
best
for
way
somebody?
to deal with it either.
I am waiting
Yeah.
as instructed.
Oh.
It
For
will
what?
hurt. It will
For when I can do the rest of my directives.
just
I was told to wait.
feel like a weight.
Was there a condition for when it would trigger?
Mm-hmm.
But it will
When
pass.
Amaterasu, Emma,
You will live.
Amethyst, Mer,
And you will remember.
green hair.
Amaris.
Amaris?
What about
Yes.
Amaris?
Or you.
Who is this?
Or you. Any of the trusted individuals. We're wishing to
What's this?
work on the next directives. As Euphoria has trusted, only trusted individuals to handle it.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll talk with Amaris on it then.
Can I just can I just
Who
get a
is
quick
this?
who is this?
Oh,
Cattail.
This.
You were
They've been looking for you, by the way.
Yes, they were
Eleanor,
Ellis.
Elmire, yes,
I'll leave
that
you
is
to,
correct.
I'll leave this to you and let you. I'm gonna go and find Phoenix. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
And you are?
I am Cattail.
They were here last night to help get Wolfric back. So that's what we went to go do.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got one.
Master Euphoria has given me some very special directives in order to see multiple different goals are reached. The first part of the directives, saving Mr. Wolfric, has been completed already, which means that I am now instructed to wait to do the rest of the next directives. I was told only to trust
Hold on.
trusted individuals.
When did you get Wolfric back?
I see.
Last night, before we went to bed, we got him back. We went into his coffin. It was a group of us of 6.
Now, you have just gotten him back. Is he stabilized too?
Yeah, he's, the only thing wrong with him is his hands are like soot black. That's it. And his fingers are all normal, he can still feel. Other than that, he's perfectly healthy.
There was a bit of scarring from whatever else was.
I mean, we
affecting
did have
him.
to fight him a little bit, but his artifact on his wrist was controlling him, so we had to break it.
I see.
Oh no, you did not save it for
I'm
the
glad that
Yeah,
means it seems
he-
like the tools that were provided or knowledge ended up being useful. That would have been outside of
Yeah.
my immediate area of expertise, but there are more
When we went into the
directives.
coffin.
Are you able
Yes.
to speak of them, or are they only when it's time?
You are one of the trusted individuals. Therefore, I can share the directives whenever you wish.
Well, I assume it is probably not, if it is only for trusted individuals, it is not a right out on a bench in the open square. But I would like to hear.
Are we
in the area of dangerous people?
I can unlock the house for us. I have the key if you want to talk in there.
I would appreciate that. We're not in the company of
Yeah, no
dangerous
problem.
people, it's just that sound travels. If it is a private matter.
Come on in. And I know you're good friends with... Yeah, sure. Oh.
What is your name?
I know you all are good friends with Jasmine, so I don't see why not.
I've been in her
Are you
house
coming?
before anyways.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
That is one of the trusted individuals.
That means that Miss Euphoria has left a gift for you.
Oh, true. You do have a gift.
I see.
Alright, come on in.
Thank you. I appreciate you offering your home to us for this matter.
No problem.
It is difficult for me to have access to spaces where I can be private with people without, well, making special arrangements.
I don't
Because my house is, well, not exactly hospitable to most people.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
But yes. So if that was the first of the directives, I would be most interested to hear whatever matters she has seen fit to embark upon.
Do you need a hand? I am not very nimble.
Oh no.
Come here. Thank you. The directives. Yes, that is right. The most immediate directive that I have, now that saving Mr. Wolfric has been completed, is to hand out the gifts that of which Miss Euphoria has wished me to deliver to the trusted individuals. So far, I've only given out the one to Amaris.
I see. I had embarked on that matter solely to help him. I'm not expecting anything in return, but I'm not going to deny her if she has already gone to the lengths of preparing something of that sort.
Yes. They are stowed within the place where of which I was born. As that is the closest word that I understand, is where I came from and how I got here.
Where exactly would that be?
It is a place with, lots of, rock and mud.
Rock and
That
is
incredibly vague.
There's a lot of rock and mud.
Is there? I didn't know that.
Didn't you have the gifts in where Wolfric's coffin was?
Yes, that is where I came from. That building.
Where is it? It's one of the buildings.
I know which.
I can show you.
I know which house is the one that the coffin is in. Actually, that is a good question. Why is there mud in the building?
There's not. I don't know.
I haven't seen very much mud in the building, but where I was sleeping before I got into the building, there was much of those two things.
I see. Well, I know where the coffin is, and I still have the means to open that door because Gobby never came and got the key back from me.
Oh, fair.
I gave one to you, Floria, the other one was... But that is... from what you were saying, so that is one of them. It sounded like there was more than one remaining directive.
Yes,
Are there any others that are active at the moment, I suppose?
Before all of my directives are complete, I have to complete several more. The first most imminent one is, as I said, I must deliver the gifts to all of the trusted individuals, that of which Euphoria has chosen. Once that is complete, I must also complete ensuring that Mr. Wulfric's heart is better. After that is complete, then there is a final talk that I must make sure is happening. After that, I believe that is all my directives.
Between who?
Ominous.
I am not sure. Miss Euphoria had said that it would simply happen after the other directives were done.
I see. I suppose that is very much like her, from as much as I have known about her and the time that we've gotten to spend together. They do like their mystery sometimes.
Sounds about right.
Shall we go get Amaris, or?
Well, if Amaris has already been approached and received what they were left,
Yeah, they came with us on the mission.
I can take us over there, and we can sort it out over there. How many more trusted individuals, aside from those present, are you needing to find?
Trusted individuals include Amaris, Snowbell, Elisande, Jasmine, and the...
You'll get it. They're hard at names.
I do not remember the other trusted individuals' names.
Unfortunately, I don't even have anything to even begin to go off of, so I will...
Well, got two right here.
It will probably... It may come up just by being around, so... Hopefully we'll find out. But... If that is the case...
Back into the Skywater.
Yes.
The rain.
I am very fond of the rain, personally.
I like it.
It feels nice upon me.
Would that even actually be a sinkhole? I'm looking. What causes that? So, it's some water coming out, and then it's pooling, and then it's just like a lot of mud around here. What are you looking at? If you want, I mean, some water.
I have that handled.
Out of the ground. Bubbling at least.
Alright. Unless...
Euphoria summoned me rather quickly, which means that I have trouble remembering some certain things. I apologize for any troubles it has caused.
It's alright. Presuming that they haven't moved it out of here, it should still be. Yes. Just as I remember it.
Oh yeah, poor Kalira got so confused. When we teleported back, they were laying on here, so like,
Kalira was laying on the coffin.
Yeah, she followed us. Yeah, when we came out of the coffin, she was on top of it. Yeah, she was so distraught. She tried to eat the sand, too, in the little area in there. And the rock.
I mean, I guess.
It was something.
It is what seems to be a small little box. Inside of it is a vial of gold liquid. A small box with a vial of gold liquid.
I'm not sure.
Is it recognizable to her as the same stuff that had appeared before? Or like similar?
Yeah.
You have an idea what it is?
I do, actually.
Oh?
It was something that came up while trying to figure out a way to restore the Lotus to the state that it was meant to be.
Oh.
At the end of those efforts, or at least the end of the efforts thus far on my side, it had produced a single drop of this that when drinking, it was effectively a liquid memory. It brought us.
I remember that.
It brought the two of us back over 1,000 years to the point right prior to the time that the Great Forest had burned. When Euphoria had gone in search of Wulfric, or at least as he was known back then, King Casimir.
Oh, okay.
And we had seemed to take
and that was just a drop of it.
And we had taken the place of whoever was originally there in those memories, and they seemed to see us as those people, but I never found out who precisely we were. And now there is...
That's wild.
Several vials worth of it. Which means that it's a different memory, and probably one far more potent, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I guess too. Huh.
If it was made all at the same time, I would probably say that to see what that memory is would probably be best done with all of those present that are being offered it. Because it's clearly something that she wants us to see.
Most likely, yeah.
As far as I understand, all of the gifts are for each of the people individually. It took a very long time for her to make them, and she did not have a lot of energy left in the first place. Therefore, my instructions were given that you may utilize it when you are both emotionally, mentally, and otherwise ready to use it.
I see. Well, to the others that receive that, I will explain to them what it is so that they are prepared. I don't know what exactly will happen with it, but if it's anything like before, it will be a very interesting experience for them.
I'm sure. So far you only gave it to Amaris, right? You said you needed to give it to Jasmine as well.
Yes.
Jasmine is one, and then there is another, but the name is not on their tongue right now.
I have realized why it was difficult to remember. The last vial is for one of two people. I kept smashing their names together in my head. It was very difficult to think about all of these names. I have double-checked. There were two people that were helping with, well, Wulfric's problems. Whatever they were, helping to build something. Something to help him, is what I was told by Euphoria. A blue wing man?
Arvis.
Oh, yeah.
and purple lady with red coat.
Trio. Arvis or Trio?
I saw them running by not long ago, before we walked in here.
We could likely find...
Tria said she was at her shop. I can go check on her.
I can go get Jasmine real quick and bring her here so she can get the thing.
If you would like.
If Tria's busy, I can get Arvis.
Yes.
Alright, we'll be back.
So she summoned you in haste, is that correct?
Yes.
Is this because she is unable to act on her own at the moment, or is there another reason that she's brought you forth?
The first thing. As she explained, it will be very difficult for her to continue with the actions necessary after she is unable to keep a physical form. Therefore, she required my help in order to see that the rest of the directives were completed.
Wait, go back a little bit. Unable to keep a physical form?
Yes.
What has happened to her?
I am unsure. That process was not explained to me.
I see. I suppose I should have seen that coming. Is she alright at least?
I am also unsure. Based on the last thing that she said, I believe she is okay. She had consoled me that that was indeed the case, though I am unsure. But I believe Miss Euphoria.
I have come as you have asked.
Alright. I'll take your
Hello.
word for it.
Hello?
Jasmine.
It is a small little tiny wooden box with a vial of golden liquid inside.
Is that what I think that is?
Well, before
Liquid in a vial? Yes.
Before I answer, I want to hear what you think it is.
The nectar from the Euphoria.
Yes.
Purified version of it.
Well, yes, but furthermore, in that particular state, it is better to consider it as a liquid memory.
I see.
Assuming it
Something for another
happens the
time,
same
then.
way, if you drink that, whatever memory it represents, you would be transported into it. Per Cattail's instructions here, it is something that can be done individually when you are physically, emotionally, etc., sound and able to do so. So, my recommendation for you would probably be not today.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that could go
Thank
for
you,
all
though.
of us.
Want me to run that home for you real quick?
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Keep that safe,
Thank you.
please.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Miss Euphoria has trusted you with this gift, with the intentions of, whatever it is that she thought was important. Therefore, it is a great responsibility, that of which she believed that you could handle.
I'm honored.
Arvis is out of commission, so Trail's here.
What happened to Arvis?
He's got a full body rash.
Uh-oh.
What? How?
What's his name? Impus?
Oh, the coffin.
Ipsum?
Sigma's
Ipsum. Did you almost say fucking Sigma?
I forgot his name.
So you said Sigma.
What?
I mean, there are worse
Where
things.
did that come from?
There are worse things that they could be
Cattail's
called.
rubbing off on me. Cattail's rubbing off on me. Blame him.
You could be called a Nick.
I'm not
I
rubbing
hope
off
he's
on
not.
you. I'm all the way over here.
I see.
I have not rubbed you even once.
I put it on your desk.
Alright, let's calm down.
Okay.
Back on topic.
Snowbell,
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I hope you'll talk to me before you want to rub with anybody.
Why was I needed?
I'm not gonna.
Oh my
Purple
word.
lady, red coat. You have fit both of the requirements for the trusted individual I was looking for. Therefore, you must be her.
Right.
Yes, Triel, if you had dressed in a different outfit today, you wouldn't have been trusted.
Yeah, you wouldn't have gotten your gift.
It's a little bit racially profiling.
I mean, I was being racist just a little bit before. I mean, it's pretty fair.
Oh,
We were talking about how to melt snow elves and how they're complete pricks.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
They can
Down.
It is a small wooden box with a little vial with golden liquid inside.
I can explain. I've dealt with this once before. We both have. That is nectar from the Golden Lotus, but its true form. In that state, it is more akin to a liquid memory. If you drink that, you will be transported to the memory contained within. It is something that I suppose she wants those that she trusted to see, and that it is something you should have on your own time when you are physically, emotionally, etc., well, and in the right state of mind to undertake something as that.
She has explained that it is not very nice feeling to partake of it when you are having, for example, an empty stomach.
Understood. I'll have it another time, son. I don't want to do it while drunk. Even if it's only
Might be a good idea.
drunk.
My personal recommendation to all those who have received one, and I will tell this to Amaris if she has not been told what this is yet, is probably to wait for at least a day, given that the general air over the town right now is not exactly one conducive to having a level head.
Fair enough. Also, I get the sense I'm going to be waiting 2 weeks, but fair enough. I don't know why it just feels that way.
I can't possibly imagine why you'd think that.
I don't either.
I don't know.
It's like this weird reason of why I'm planning this trip to Dracaya for next week. It's like I have time
a lot
to.
of things to do. We need to talk to Northaker about getting sheep and stuff. We need to hunt some other things to get into the farm. We need to
But
make
is
sure
that
the
all the
farm
individuals
has
you
some
were looking
protection
for,
those
Captain?
things to not jump out.
Yes.
We need to expand the clinic.
Or you want to stay here?
We have time.
With regards to
We'll see.
Wolfric's heart,
Which by that I mean if you want
I'm
to join
guessing
us
that
in
is just a
Dracaya
matter
to
of
relax
time and
after everything.
We'll be going next week.
keeping an eye on it.
No?
Unless there are things
I
I
have
could
been
help.
informed to stay
Not
around
enough.
and observe to ensure that it is done.
You'll still be here when we...
Euphoria is not able to confirm when it is done herself. Therefore, I am simply to make sure that it does.
Very well.
Would you two want to join us on that trip next week?
I think you.
Where are you going?
You'll do just fine.
Just the city for a few days.
Thank you for keeping an eye on me.
Come back.
You know, I wouldn't be
Plan
opposed.
is the only plan so far is to one day
And
visit
at
the
the
Dwarven
time that
Tavern.
that is complete, then
Have some
the
fun drinks.
final talk. as you were
I
saying.
have been to a Dwarven Tavern in Zul. It's a time.
I can.
Perhaps it will
it
be
is.
more clear
It
what
is.
that is when it
They
is
know what they're
closer
doing.
to time.
Oh, they do. Oh, they
Yes. Until then,
You
I am to
leaving-
wait
you leaving
for
Trio
the next part of the
tomorrow?
directives to be done.
When do you
I shall
plan
be
to-
here, and, well,
in a few days at least. Give it some time. I
not
don't
really
like that
anywhere
idea.
else.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah,
Works
plenty
on
of time to
me.
think
Not
about it.
inviting them
Before I
now
go
is a
searching
good
for
idea.
Amaris to inform her of
Yeah.
what the nature of the gift she
I
received is,
believe.
I am.
I think I know where she
probably
is, so-
right that
If you want to invite
this
them,
might
feel
be
free.
something
It's open to
to
everyone.
wait a
I'll
bit
happily make the
before
leap
anybody
if that
partakes in
counts.
it. Yes.
Do
Based
Hmm.
on
Trio, no.
Euphoria's instructions.
Oh.
Very well.
What's going on?
This is why you shouldn't drink.
God. Oh.
I know, right?
I know.
Am I
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, you're back.
Hi.
Yeah, you're back. My ping went to 2,000.
Oh my god.
my pain. Shut up.
Well, maybe if you didn't have so much alcohol, you wouldn't be feeling this much mental lag.
Where did my voice shut the fuck up?
You said you were going to like leave the town or something like that. Like you were gonna drain the town empty or
Oh,
something.
no.
Like that, with people coming.
I will happily bring the entire town with us. if you want to
She
go.
went out on the hunt, Snowbell.
Oh, is she on the wyvern hunt?
Yes, and I'm gonna go and catch up
Amaris,
with them because
yeah.
I want to go and watch. So
Okay. Well,
Participate or watch?
I'm gonna watch. I participated and killed
so
one already. I don't need to kill
Jasmine,
another one.
then Jasmine or Snow. Oh, Snowbell's already gone. Never mind. Well,
But yes, I'd be down.
I'm
to
looking forward to watching. That'll be cool.
Jasmine, if you do end up seeing her, if you would be able to explain in my stead what I told you about the nectar, and if she has any questions about that too, that I'd be more than happy to explain in a bit more detail, but that both myself and Snowbell have experienced it before.
What the fuck?
Of course.
Why?
All right, shall we?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Goodbye.
You
Enjoy
are
the
a bit.
Skywater.
We will. I enjoy the rain.
See you later, Cattail.
Thank you, Cattail.
Not that bad. It's a very
It's a
fitting
pleasure
range,
to
I
meet
think.
you.
It do be.
And if you have a way
It was a
to reach
terrible day
out
for
towards you,
rain.
Miss Euphoria,
Shut the fuck up.
let her know that I hope that she is well. Have a good day.
Fuck
Someday-
yeah. Fuck. Oh.
Some days I wish
Yeah.
I didn't, I wasn't conscious of my blade when I leaned down, and
I've caused Triel and Sylvia an existential crisis.
I
Yeah.
don't know who it's from, but I know.
I mean, you
it
had
was
a
connotation
tail
of it.
cramp earlier. It's only fair that they share in your pain.
True.
What the
I don't
fuck?
have a tail, so.
I've already lost my ears. I don't need more.
Anyways, I'm gonna go and catch up with the others. So,
I'm a
Enjoy.
dark elf. This is not normal.
Oh, I never noticed.
yeah.
How does no one notice this?
Because
I
you
don't care.
You just
It
got
covered-
to.
I don't
you just have
look
to
from you
just
from the side
take them
often.
and just stretch them out a little bit. No one will ever notice.
Yeah.
I wish it was that easy. Fucking assholes. They cut them off.
Oh, that's fair. I never noticed. I always thought you did have them. I just never looked. Because your hair covers part of it.
You know, 15
Snowbell,
years
I told
ago.
I wasn't here.
Jasmine
15
to
years
in
ago.
case whoever finds him
Exactly.
first, but if you find, because I likely am not going to find her before I end up having to just do my usual resting and whatnot. If you are able to explain to Amaris what that is, and since you've experienced it before, you know exactly what it feels like and what could possibly happen. I don't know what the nature of it is, but it's apparently at least something that is meant to be experienced a lot. Yes?
It's so fun. It was like you're enjoying it.
I am.
Who the heck was that?
Good question.
Huh?
Who was
Hold on.
that?
What happened? I missed what? Hello?
Who? Yeah, no, it just occurred to me. Who is that?
Who is who?
There's someone running up on the wall.
Alright.
Oh god, ladders, fuck. I hate ladders. Oh, okay, never mind. They just jumped back down? I hope Jasmine has some sort of Featherfall ability as an air mage, because that looks painful. Where are they going? I think they went inside the town hall, but I'm also not sure.
I see.
Where did they go? I legitimately don't know where they went. I know Jasmine's still following, but
That is not my problem.
it's not. I'm just curious. It's one of
They
the.
better not get hurt on that hunt, I swear to God.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I had already yelled at them somewhat.
Hello.
Go get water.
Fast. The training. There's plenty.
Your trunk.
Do not drink the rain,
No.
please.
It's pure water. It's bad.
Do you know that for a fact? Did they go in here? No? Where the heck did they go?
You shouldn't even do that with people who aren't made of wood.
I'm a fan.
What's this about doing things to people made of wood?
My first instinct, and while I was drunk when they iced my face, was to want to use my magma affinity, and I was like, no, bad, stop it.
Yeah. Please don't use your magma affinity near people that are that have clear signs of plant life.
I don't even know how to, so I just have it. I don't know how to use it. I never knew I had it till like recently.
I see.
That's why I use shadows and dark affinity so much. It's my only affinity.
Where are they? I'm sure
I missed the whole wedding
So
thing.
you are
but,
farsighted.
Where's
I've got some
Phoenix?
cake
Was
for
it?
you.
So you
Would
are
you like some of the cake?
I haven't had cake in a while.
I
don't know what that fuck
What's
is.
this
we'll be
about you
back.
having
Let
a
me show you
full
the
body
cake.
rash?
Has it improved fresh
He
bite?
was scratching everything.
Yeah.
Take my glasses, I'm not
It's
sure.
Pepper.
His trousers are fully wet too. He's put a cube of ice in
Can I please understand why you got a rash in the first place?
Okay.
So,
Yes, enlighten us.
Skeleton wedding.
if someone's trying to cure drunkenness
Okay.
and kind of misfired,
and then I got a full body rash.
How does
and then
cure? How does how does cure drunkenness somehow turn into inflict rash?
Ipsum. Really bad luck. No, it is Ipsum.
An emergency.
I mean, I suppose that makes sense, but also it doesn't.
It is wet.
No.
I just need someone to stop me right now. I could probably try to heal my eyesight being really bad.
Do it. No. Wait, I mean you could actually.
Yeah,
wait, hold on, wait.
If that backfires, I feel like it would turn from restore eyesight to restore eye, and he would just get an extra eye.
That would be so bad. I saw him and I was like, no. And then he
That's how you cast the spell blindness without magic.
I think I thought about it for a second and I was like, wait.
Yeah, I'm not gonna forget it.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that you pointed it out. I hate that you're right.
Don't give people rations.
Oh my god.
You get it.
So much components on.
Your eyes are fucking.
But yeah, has anyone seen Phoenix? And
Phoenix is currently at
Damn.
I
was gonna get my well wish.
I actually not sure. There was a wyvern hunt going on, right?
The first time I've actually looked at them properly.
Oh my god, you
They're just
think
And they're actually gonna take on a wyvern.
I know, it's like a void.
Insane.
This town is full of crazy people.
That's what I'm saying. What a good
You're gonna feel good. You're lucky it feels good.
Why are you dragging that crystal of ice across his face?
It's an earth crystal.
Oh, it's an earth crystal. I thought it was. Why are you rubbing it on his face?
I'm a bit soily.
Because he's being a bitch.
Why did he think that?
What?
This one does not work. She was slowly reaching for
Yeah, Arvis, why are you being a bitch?
I'm gonna cry in the corner in a minute.
Are you gonna cry? You're gonna put
Yeah,
an
I'm
ice
gonna
cube
cry.
in your
Yeah,
pants?
I have to believe that you always have the worst.
Got my crying face on now.
Hold on, I have the.
But that's your normal face.
I don't think she's gonna hurt me. But she
Oh no!
Stop believing Tal at some point. You can't.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to move.
What the fuck are they doing now?
What the fuck are you guys doing? What are you doing?
Why is his instinct to just dive in?
Hey,
I may not be able to see in here, but what the fuck?
Why does everybody just do this in the town square?
Damn, I was gonna play
Why are you looking at me?
taser first.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, can't you at least go to an alley to do it or something so it looks more mysterious?
Okay, well,
We need to do some trust-building exercises.
at least if something happens here,
Wait, how do I test?
everyone knows.
I know.
Let's not do that.
What do you mean?
Lynn? Kill a fucking dude. Lynn, I believe you, but let's not.
Lynn, you caused enough problems.
Wonder if she ever caught up to that strange character that we saw running around. I never saw them leave from this general direction, so they're probably still in here somewhere. The question is where? Unless I went inside and came immediately back out. Suppose that is an option. If that's the case, I have no hope of actually finding them. Maybe. I suppose I can take a quick nature walk, see if I can't find them. Or at least find Jasmine. And if not, I might just take that as a sign to call it a night, briefly. Finish a loop, check briefly back inside town, and then, if nothing, I can make ready for finding a good time to partake of this memory. Actually, Jasmine might have actually gone after that. She may have just given up that chase in favor of going to catch up with those on the hunt.
Really far underground, and then they merged into one.
Elisande, right there.
Right there, right there.
Oh, hello.
Elisande.
Well, how would you have
Hi.
it get
I've got a weird question for you.
They want to turn Flicker into a human.
Like Sarah. Yeah, we want to turn Flicker into a human, or otherwise. Do you have any, like, I don't know, stories or folklore or something from the Vale? We read a story about a different forest that did something. It merged like 3 people together into like one new entity, which isn't exactly what we want, but...
I don't know. I mean, I've never had any direct experience with that myself, so I don't know if it's possible, but I don't know if it's not possible either. Sorry. Anyways, did you actually catch up to them?
No. I didn't know where they went.
I don't even know where.
them.
I don't even know where Jasmine went. I know she wanted to go.
I'm fine.
I know she wanted to go try to catch up to those that were doing that, going out for the hunt. But last I saw, she like ran into. She looked like she ran into the town hall. But then I went in there and I could not find hide or hair of her.
Would you like us to give it a little bandana?
I see. That's fair. I don't think she would. She said that she would like me to go, so I don't think she would just leave without me.
Yeah, I mean, I have my curiosities, but I can't exactly track people, so wherever she ended up, I'm assuming she probably caught up to them because I haven't seen them leave the vicinity of there.
Make sure that no one else harms it when it goes along its way, because cats have a very
hopefully they're all
independent
right.
nature. They like to be around you when they want to, but they leave.
But I'm
as
probably
sure they're
going
fine.
to rest for a bit,
enough
maybe
to come
contemplate what to do regarding the shard.
Oh yeah.
So I'd like to do something for it. I just haven't
people can handle the alcohol.
fully settled on what to do.
best way to do that is to put something
Isn't
on
it
that
already
distinguishes
planned?
it from other.
It is. It's more just.
good at holding it.
While it is
Do you have any
against a bit of a slight alcove,
I
I'd
would
like to give it
frequent
some
weapon
degree of
buttons into
protection so that someone doesn't
My
can't
design
just
is
walk
not
up
that
to it
fair.
and mess with it.
I would take my sister
Yeah.
sometimes. The younger sister.
That's fair.
And,
No.
let's just say it was that
Different
I shouldn't
occasions.
have.
Alright,
But there was
well.
the one time I got alone with her.
Well,
so
get good rest.
Give Tal time to think about it. Yeah.
we sometimes go to where she wanted to go, like aquariums.
I think his name should be.
Well, I say aquariums, but it's more like lava.
Hello. Hello. Were you just in there, or were you just looking for somebody?
I walk around, I pace around and wander.
Okay, it's
So
just.
I went to the side beach that's over there. I did not go into the.
Okay, no, it's just more of like a. Did you just come from there? If so, okay.
Thumbs up. Stay safe.
I will. We'll figure something out. Somewhere to give you proper safety and still represent what you are to this place.